Hi folks, Matt Easton here, Scholar Gladiatoria, so a slightly different angle than you normally see me at. But I just realised, so I put a video up, I published it about 10 minutes ago in real time, talking about the fact that I don't represent HEMA alone. I just represent me and my club, one little corner of HEMA. And I guess the overall point that I wanted to make was that there are a huge number of HEMA practitioners and clubs out there, and of course no one person can represent them all. There's many different aspects to HEMA. There's people who are more focused on the sort of league tournament scene. There are people who just go to some events, people who don't go to any events, some people who just train in their clubs. There's all different types of HEMA. There's everything from, you know, wrestling to longsword to rapier to, you know, even if we bring ranged weapons into it. It's an incredibly diverse community, and HEMA is a very catch-all term. So of course no one person or no one group or even collection of people or channel can possibly represent all of HEMA. But what I realise is what I can do is, you know, I have this channel that lots of people evidently like. So what I can do is provide you with a bunch of links to other HEMA YouTube channels. So what you will find below is a list of channels that I think are worth your time, worth you looking at. Now that's not to say there aren't others out there that aren't also worth you checking out and looking at. So, you know, search on the search bar on YouTube, searching for, you know, longsword fencing, rapier fencing, the names of certain masters, for example Fiore Delibery or Johannes Lichtenauer or Paulus Kahl or Hans Talhoff or whatever you want to think of, and you will find lots and lots of videos. And of course, if you, whenever you're watching one of these videos, if you look at the sidebar, of course you all know how YouTube works, you can see other suggestions. But hopefully this link or links to channels below will help you to find maybe some stuff you haven't seen before, and some of them are doing some absolutely sterling stuff. So I just run down the list very quickly of what I put below. Alta Haren is actually run by a couple of guys who I know reasonably well, Rob and Hans, and that's really targeted mostly at HEMA people, but it's for those people already doing HEMA. It's absolutely fascinating to listen to, particularly the interviews they do with people who are experienced HEMA practitioners. Anton Kahutovic, I believe his name is pronounced. Anton is a fantastic fencer. He does various weapons but mostly focuses on longsword, I believe, but very worth checking out his channel. Academy of Historical Fencing I've mentioned several times in the past, but they've got lots of content up and they're very much worth looking at. Axel Pettersson, for anyone involved with HEMA, legendary competition winner, very good instructor, very experienced, been doing HEMA I think since he was about 17. Really nice guy, well worth checking out his channel. Blood and Iron, a Canadian group that I personally don't actually have I haven't had any real personal interaction with. That might change soon when I'm in America, but their channel's definitely worth checking out. Duello Learning, again, it's got brilliant resources for sort of instructional stuff that you might be looking for on various different weapons, I believe. Same thing with the Drainschlag channel. I know quite a few of the guys at Drainschlag, a really nice group based in Vienna in Austria, and they are developing more learning materials, and that's really great to have more of that coming along. Federico Malaguti has got some really interesting interpretive material, mainly Italian sources, mainly Fiore, but really interesting stuff, and he's got some different perspectives on some of the Fiore stuff that has made me sort of think, oh yeah, it's interesting stuff. GHFS I've mentioned before, legendary group based in Gothenburg in Sweden. They run Swordfish, which is basically the premier annual tournament in HEMA. Tons of material on their channel, well worth checking out. Ilkka Hartkinen, again legendary Finnish instructor and interpreter, particularly of Bolognese, also Fiore, but also mainly Bolognese sources these days. Really worth checking out his channel. London Longsword Academy, run by my mate Dave. So David Rawlings over at the London Longsword Academy. We're really good buddies, and yeah, he's got funny videos. He's a really nice guy, well worth checking out his material. And again, he's a, you know, he teaches full-time, teaches 6 days a week I think currently, so he's got loads of interesting insights. Martin Fabian, like awesome fencer, both rapier and longsword. He's always put videos up, and all his videos are worth looking at, but particularly recently he started putting instructional videos up, which are really really good, well worth watching, highly recommended. Mimag, good, they've got some good resources, well worth checking out. Roland Vorchaka, most people I think subscribe to my channel will know about his stuff, mostly focused on sword and buckler and kind of Viking era combat, and sword and shield is his kind of focus. Well worth checking out his stuff. He's a very charismatic guy and got very in-depth sort of opinions on how swords and shields and bucklers were used. La Sala dell'Armi, great videos from the Italian club, interesting, sort of not instructional so much as demonstrating stuff with text as well, so really good resource. Stu Carter, Stu Carter channel, which is for the Stu Carter School of Defence, based in Sydney in Australia, well worth checking out their stuff. Mostly focused, relatively limited I think at the moment, but very clearly they're working on putting more videos up, and it's mostly focused on George Silver and Joseph Swetnam. And lastly, Sword Carolina. Again, I don't have any personal experience with these guys, but they seem to be putting up good content and good instructional stuff. So there we go guys, links below. I hope that's useful. Cheers folks. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, follow us on Facebook. You can buy t-shirts through Spreadshirt, support us on Patreon, or follow us on Pinterest. Thank you.